Hello, I'm the official name rater. My job is to look through the first page of Google, review the nicknames provided by the internet, and then give my recommendations at the end. Unfortunately, for whatever fucking reason, I'm not listed on the first page of Google. You know why I say that? Because we've technically covered Larvesta and Volcarona before. This would have been April of 22. So it's been almost 3 years now, and now we have two extra forms with Slitherwing and Iron Moth, so we're redoing this episode. If you're interested in this original video, it will be linked down in the description below. Alright, let's go ahead and get this one right the fuck out of the way. This is like the equivalent of Tesla on an electric type Pokemon. Mothra is for every single fucking Moth Pokemon out there. You're going to see it on Venomoth, you're going to see it on Mothim, you're going to see it on Dustox, you're going to see it on Volcarona. You can't use the same I mean, I suppose you can, it's just really fucking lame. But you kind of need to come up with more than one idea for a moth-based Pokemon, and the internet fucking struggles. So I'm going to go ahead and just say Mothra. Yeah, we see it. We also saw it 20 years ago. Come up with something better by now. Amaterasu we've seen in the past before. I don't know why I guess because Sun, but like most people are going to put that on like Ninetales or something. That kind of fits better. I know I've seen on other Pokemon, I'm just too lazy to think, but you know, Amaterasu's not a terrible name in Okami, but like, I don't think I'd put it here. I suppose if you're desperate and you just want something that isn't Mothra. Radiance was mentioned as a comment suggestion in the original Volcarona episode based off Hollow Knight. That one I like just because it's fucking different and it's not Mothra. Radiance, I don't play Hollow Knight. I want to say it is a White Moth boss, so it kind of fits as well, and it has a nice sound to it and akin to a Binding of Isaac Bayonetta style nickname. Okay, now I know where I got it from. So at the end of the original Volcarona episode, I talk about orange soda, and it's probably because of Sun-Kissed, like Sun-Kissed orange soda, and I was like, yeah, I'm kind of feeling like naming mine after orange soda. I didn't do that, but, you know, just an idea. Sun-Kissed. Suppose you could do Fanta too, but Sunkist sounds better. IMO. Buzzkill is what I put on my Yanmega because I saw it on Pokemon.net. I mean, if I'm honest, I'm not in love with it, but it's not a bad name. I also don't necessarily know if I hate Sunburst. I might have mentioned this in the original video, but I think the Super Missile version of the Light Beam from Prime 2 is called the Sunburst. I think? I might be wrong. And you could also contrast that with Starburst, so you could put like Volcarona and then like Minior on a team together, and then you could have Sun and Starburst. Nova was what I had on my Flareon, probably also taken from Pokemon.net, but I eventually got rid of it. And I mean, I can hate on it a little bit, but not too much because, you know, I was one of those people. It's not bad, but it's not special enough that I'm like, oh hell yeah, best ever. It's just like, yeah, it's a fine generic fire type nickname if you have nothing else better. The Vesuvius, based off the volcano, location based nicknames are fine, but I'm gonna be real, I don't think most volcanoes are particularly special as far as nickname material. Like, I remember seeing stuff like Vesuvius or St. Helen and all that for Camerupt, and it's just like, I feel obligated to, but IMO, just don't care that much. I'm just going to go ahead and guess that I probably mentioned Hot Fuzz in the original video. If not, I should have, because that just kind of, that appeals to me in a weird way. Like, because it's furry, which bugs being furry is actually fucking weird as hell to me. But also it's a fire type, and I want to say Hot Fuzz is also the name of some, like, cop film from the 2000s? I don't know, I like that one for being different. You know, I don't think we've ever actually seen Supernova before. We've seen Nova, but I don't think we've ever actually technically seen Supernova. I'm gonna speedrun this one because if you're interested in listening to me roast this guy, you can watch it in the original video right here. So, Ra, what's it? This is Volcarona. I don't know. I feel like some people are like, oh, Mothra, half Moth, half Ra, like God. Gods are overdone as fuck. So it doesn't do it for me. Firefly. I saw this one run Raker, and I actually considered highlighting it, but I'm like, I don't know if I really care that much. As a play on words, it's not terrible, but I didn't think it was that great. Apollo. More deity shit. Fire Flyer. I want you to know, I edit out these pauses where I'm like contemplating life, but just know that there was one right there. Mothra. Combination of Moth and Ra. Nothing at all to do with the Godzilla character. Definitely an original idea he thought up on his own. Bonfie, inspired by bonfire. Heat Blast Radiance, a beautiful nickname perfect for male and female. Doesn't mention Hollow Knight. Hollow Knight, when did Hollow Knight come out? Blitz Sunside. Check out Fact 1 and 2. Okay, well, we've reached the bottom, and we do still technically have a few others to go look at. But before we do, we're going to take a look at the comments on the original video and see what you guys thought. I don't have a problem with Starfire as a nickname. I don't know if I feel like there is one Pokemon that I feel could fit it best, but I think I want to actually highlight and say that I think I like Starfire as a nickname better than I like Firestorm. I'm kind of gravitating towards Venomoth a little bit here. I don't know if I would want to put it on Volcarona, but I definitely think I want to keep that in the back of my mind for maybe a Pokemon nickname idea in the future. I also like Capri Sun. Because there's like, you know, a joke here because, sun-based Pokemon, but also just like food and drink-based nicknames are there. And we already talked about Fanta and Sunkiss, so Capri Sun is literally on the same vein as that. Solara, Marvel Nemesis. You know, let me take a look at this. Solara, villains. You're a Nemesis, right? You're not... Yeah. So this one's an original idea. Because the point of the Marvel Nemesis games, right, was you had the Marvel characters, and then you had their own original characters that, like, competed, or whatever. It was like a beat-em-up fighting game kind of thing. I remember playing it some, at this point, that was, what, maybe 18 years ago? Yes, that game is even older than that, technically. I don't remember, like, shit about it. I just remember not being able to finish the game because it got hard. But, I don't know, maybe one day I might return to it. But, you know, original idea right there. Sorry. Shiny Slitherwing, help me come up with a nickname. Slitherbling. I fuck with it. Okay. So, let me finish reading this. No, alright, that's definitely not. But they said Aztec Sun God. You know what I thought of when I heard Aztec Sun God? Kotal Khan from Mortal Kombat. He's based off like an Aztec Sun kind of deity character. So that's one we've technically never mentioned before. And you could use that for sun-based Pokemon. Do I think it's the greatest name? I mean, I think it would probably be kind of hard-pressed to find someone that would fit. Because he also does, like, blood stuff. But, you know, why not? It kind of looks like a hard-shell taco. Do something with that. Name the motherfucker Taco Bell. Or Street Taco. Slytherin does technically play off the fact that its name is Slitherwing, so that one's worth highlighting. Slytherin is usually seen on snake Pokemon for obvious reasons, but, you know, just for the sake of it, we will highlight it. I think I have mine set aside for Superior. I don't remember. That's actually kind of interesting that this one also says Umos, because that was from their comments, so that's kind of funny. Yeah, I guess you could do, like, Luminoth and then Umos both if you wanted to for them. And just another idea, reminder, we technically have 3 versions of this bastard. If you can find paired nicknames to work, like a past, present, future thematic, that's an idea, or you could do something like that and make it all tie together. That will strengthen a weaker name into a stronger one. The classic example is this was Cyclizar, where we saw Flintstones, Simpsons, and Jetsons. That's a cute thematic, and I love that, and if you can think of something like that, that works great. Banana Split for Slithering. Whew. You know what? We were just talking about tacos, so I guess it makes sense. Alright, now this is a horrible idea, but we are going to play a little bit of Satan here. If you decide to name Volcarona Mothra, then you could do Mothrasaurus for Slitherwing, and then Iron Moth could be Iron Mothra, or Mecha Mothra, or something like that, if you want to keep that thematic going. Why does Bugzilla sound familiar? Why do I feel like I've seen that somewhere before? Like in Pokemon. There's like no real reason to put Sugar Ray here, but we'll highlight it in case you like Sugar Ray and you want to put it on some Pokemon. Here's an idea for you. Okay, that's the bottom as far as Slitherwing goes. This is what's a Slitherwing. We don't trust TikTok. This right here has Volcaleron. I don't get it. What's a Slitherwing? And then like I saw Volcarona a couple of times, and I was just like, that's not that strong. So that's what fans are trying to make work. We do also technically have Iron Moth, and because I didn't mention it, that, you know, the playlist is going to prioritize Slitherwing first because numerically this comes first. Zuko, we see this every now and again. I'm going to stand my ground and say Cerulege is probably the best choice for it, but you can put it wherever you want if you think it fits somewhere else better. I personally don't think it's going to fit Iron Moth in the slightest, but what the fuck ever. Fire Flight, after the Transformers characters. I saw... Yeah, it says Fire Flight. I saw Fire... or Flyer Fi or something like that, and I was like, that is almost there. Like, Fighter Flight, that was what it was akin to, but I was like, it's not quite there. I don't know. But anyway, this is better. Transformers. Okay, so this is like a shit tier idea, but this is kind of what came to mind. So you could do Sunrise to Slitherwing, Sunset the Iron Moth, but I'm not sure what kind of midday nickname you could give to Volcarona. But that's what seeing Sunrise made me think of, if you could do something like that. Like, I thought about Golden Hour, but I'm like, yeah, but that's technically also Sunset. So, I don't know, midday is as good as I got for fucking Volcarona. Atlas I've seen a bunch of, and I chose to ignore it because that's just Greek deity shit. I mean, I suppose you could argue, like, Atlas is in map, but even still, I'm pretty sure that's not what they're going for. I gotta be real. Centiskorch has had some good shit, but this is the worst shit they've had so far. Even they can't be the ones to fix the moth problem. The Atlas Moth inspiration for Volcarona is the largest moth. You don't have to correct me, I can see it. In a weird way, I like Futurona because it sounds like Futurama. Like, I get the joke, it's future Volcarona, but the fact that it's that similar is just funny to me. Okay, that's that. We've reached the bottom as far as Iron Moth. I also realized I did an oopsie poopsie and not showed the comment suggestion for Slitherwing. So we're going to go ahead and just hit both of those out of the way right quick. So first we got to go over Slitherwing comment suggestions, which is Genshi Mothra, combining English names with primitive Mothra. Okay. Aparoid, due to the wing pattern and it being part machine, which Aparoids take over in Star Fox universe. That was my first thought too. That's in reference to Star Fox Assault. They, like, the very first level, pretty sure it's level 1, you fight this giant metal moth with separated wings, kind of like Volcarona or Iron Moth. So that was one that came to mind. And it's funny because, like, originally I was not planning on covering the Paradox Pokemon. But I was like, yeah, but Aparoid the Iron Moth is such a good nickname idea and I want to share it. And that was when I kind of came up with the idea of just redoing the episode, so... Now we get to share that with you. Mecha Mothra, Godzilla reference concept, unmade movie. Okay, well, cool. That's nice to know that they had that as an idea, because RoboGlenn said that nothing existed of the sort. Now, let's go over pretty much everything that was talked about, which, I mean, I didn't actually write anything down except for the shit I wrote down before I even started recording. Mothra is still the most fucking overused moth-based Pokemon ever. I'm actually surprised we didn't see of the other variants which were insanely popular, like Mothula from the Zelda series. That one we've come across pretty much every other time we cover a moth-based Pokemon, but for whatever reason, not this time. Chaika is one that I thought of myself based off the boss from Metroid Prime 2, which is a moth, and that seems to be something that only I have thought of because I don't see anyone else ever talk about it. I think maybe one time I've come across it, but like that's what I put on my Venomoth. Just a different idea. Reminder, there's more than one fucking moth-based nickname. Just think about it. Radiance, which is another really popular choice, and then Aparoid, which was one I liked for Iron Moth. I'm gonna tell you though, these Paradox Pokemon are fucking killer-ass episodes to record, and I don't necessarily mean that in a great way. I mean that in the way that they take so much fucking time. We're 42 minutes in recording, and I had to look up 4 separate Pokemon, basically. Holy shit. Any other ideas and suggestions you have, feel free to put in the comments. Give a thumbs up to the ones you think are good. Let us know what you'd use or recommend. Be sure to separate the differences between the 3 Pokemon. Volcarona nicknames, Slitherwing, and then Iron Moth, because I don't think you could really interchange them. Aparoid's going to fit Iron Moth. It's not going to fit Volcarona. It's not going to fit Slitherwing. So, you know, do everyone a favor and separate them. Also, ending with an interesting little bit of trivia for you. All primal Pokemon are larger than their present-day counterparts. All future Pokemon are smaller than their present-day counterparts. The only exception to this rule is Miraidon is bigger than Koraidon, but both are bigger than Cyclizar. Otherwise, Slitherwing is bigger than Volcarona, which is bigger than Iron Moth. Just a neat little bit of trivia for you.